Hey fellas, how you doing? I got to do this video, and I'm doing it out of a bit of frustration, and it's why men just don't care anymore. It's just not worth our investment to give a shit about anything that's going on because we're just tired of being taken advantage by. I'm personally tired of being taken advantage of, and I'm going to tell you about a jiu-jitsu professor. That's the guy who runs the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy. One of them here in El Paso. Now, I'm going to just tell you what I think happened from my perspective. Now, I'm not telling you that I'm the arbitrator of truth, but at some fucking point, we're just fatigued. I'm fatigued with all the ratchet ghetto culture. I don't care if it's white. I don't care if it's brown. I don't care if it's black. I don't care if it's Asian. I don't care. I don't care about your neck tattoos and that you're for 6th Street or any of that stuff. The other thing is, what triggered all of this for me was there's a good man now who is in now a legal fight for his reputation, and that is one of the things women love to destroy is your reputation as a man. It's the way that they can punch you in the face or punch you in the balls, do something terrible to you, and you really can't respond unless it's through the court system. So, and the court system's rigged against guys anyway. So, let me make my point. A single mother rolls into this guy's gym. Now, he's Mexican American, and the woman is Mexican American. Her son is a handful. He's 15 years old, 5'6", maybe 130 pounds if we got him wet and put rocks in his pockets. But he is just bound and determined to be a gangster. Now, some of the things I'm going to tell you are going to be in Spanglish, which is a bit mix of Spanish and English. And that's just me trying to explain this now. The professor of this gym is a former fucking bad guy. Former bad guy that went to jail and is trying to get breaks and trying to help out the younger men and some of the guys coming out of jail to get them up on their feet so they can reintegrate into society. I like this guy. I gravitate towards him. And he called me about, it's the 22nd of September. It's almost 2 o'clock here. So he called me maybe 4 hours ago, maybe 10 o'clock. Asked me if I could come and have some coffee with him. Maybe we could get lunch or something like that. So anyways, this single mother wants him, the professor, to be a quasi-surrogate father to this boy. But this boy isn't going to listen to anybody. And listen, I'm not a little guy, and I'm not trying to brag when I say this. I'm a little bit over 6 foot. I'm over 6'2", so I'm on the high side of 6'2", but if you measure me, I'm 74 inches and like 0.25, 0.23. So anyways, I'm down here. I'm a pretty big guy, like up in the north, anywhere from Washington State to like Maine. No, I'm pretty much an average sized guy. There's a lot of big fucking Vikings running around up there. So anyways, let me get to the point. She signs up for a class and she doesn't pay for the class. And she keeps bringing her son there. And her son he won't. One of the things you do before you step on the mat, you show respect. So however we do that, however they do that, that changes depending on if you're a Korean martial art, a Japanese martial art, a Brazilian martial art, a Russian martial art, a Thai Russian martial art. There's just different ways you pay for respects, and this kid wouldn't do it, and he wants to fight everybody. and you can just pick him up with one hand and slam him to the ground. Anyways, from what I understand, what happened is that this young man, because his mother is afraid of him and she doesn't have anybody to try to give him the basics understandings of discipline and respect. And those are cornerstones to your life if you're a man. Discipline and respect. So I think she set my friend up who runs the BJJ Academy. And this young man ended up spitting in the face of this professor. And this professor put him to sleep. There's nothing more than that. He put him to sleep. He put him in the rescue position. And boy woke up. There's nothing wrong with him, but the mother was just, I swear to God, in my mind, she was just like going, oh, we got a lawsuit here. Oh, I asked you for help. You to try to help my son, and I didn't like the way it turned out. You didn't do exactly what I wanted you to do, so now I'm going to sue you. So I'm burned out on dealing with delusional women. I'm just fucking burned out. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I just want to focus on the positive things to help young men out with. And you know what? I'm no longer going to participate in your delusions, ladies. I don't owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. You get a very light free ride that we as men don't get to partake in. We don't get the door open for us. We don't get to get on the lifeboats and jump on. Hey, just women and children. You don't want to act like a feminine woman. You don't want to be fit. You want to wear that fucking crazy dyed hair, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, your nose rings, your septum piercings, your lip rings, your tongue rings. Too many of this. You have tattoos. You fucking want to talk like you're my size and can kick my ass. No, we're just fucking, I'm all done. We're just walking away. I'm not going to, I'm going to do whatever it takes to help my friend, who owns and runs as the professor of this BJJ Academy. By the way, it's a Gracie Barra. And there's another guy. Hey, 10th Planet. The only guy here who does a 10th Planet. And then the Borderland Brawlers guy. He's getting it. It's just... You can't have a surrogate father if you didn't do the work to have a man in your life. You can't try to raise a child and then when he realizes he's bigger than you, stronger than you, he doesn't have to fucking listen to you, ladies. Listen to me. Listen to me, you single mothers. At some point in time, if you have a boy or a girl that outgrows you, they're going to try you. They're going to disrespect you. And you're going to have to deal with it. And if you don't have a good man in your life, well, then it is what it is. But please stop blaming those of us that have nothing to do with your life. And you what do we call them? You just come by and you drop your kid off and expect us to discipline them. That's not happening anymore. We just... It's not the end of the world. I know it's a Monday. It's just... It's the same thing over and over again. And the mother isn't... She's got the neck tattoos. She's got a couple of piercings. One, I don't know why you are fascinated with putting a hole through your septum. I don't know why you need to do this or have some tattoos and you talk like this and you do... We don't want to be around you. I don't want to be involved in your drug, thug culture. I don't want to have anything to do with that shit. I'm going to do what I can to help my friend, but I'm going to do what I can to help him from afar. I'll put him in touch with people. I'll throw him a little bit of cash. I'll throw him a little bit of advice on who can help him and who can't help him. But it's why I stay home. It's why I like being in my house where I have peace. Here's my crux of it. And I'm talking to you ladies. I'm not responsible. We are not responsible for fixing your mistakes that you made. You decided to have a baby with the guy that's not a good guy. You decided to run the streets. You decided to be a part of thug and gang culture, even though you come from a good family. And this woman does come from a good family. My mother-in-law knows her mother. And that's how we initially met. Anyways. I got to tell you this, another thing. Young men, you cannot attach yourself to a woman who is self-destructive. Hey, can you see me? It doesn't matter about the sex. It doesn't matter if she tells you she loves you. It matters what she had, the decisions that she made. How did she get to be a part of your life? Did she attach herself to your party? Anyways. I am sick and tired of seeing good men brought down by bad women. And you know what the tool they use? They use sex to trick you and trap you. Gentlemen, you have to be very careful of the people you let into your lives. And all of those people, before you trust them or let them into your life, have to be verified and validated. Means that you need to set boundaries and you need to set up some things for them to see if they're going to be honest with you or they're not going to be honest with you. I'm going to give you a quote from Belle Biff and DeVoe back when I was young. We never trust a big butt and a smile. There are a lot of people that are going to be losing their jobs. There's a lot of people who are going to be losing their way in the world, and they're going to have to readjust. And that may be by just trying to attach themselves to you as a man. And that's not worth it. They're not worth it. I personally think that 99% of men are better off on their own with having maybe a here and hey, just buy a fucking sex doll. Buy a sex doll, and soon enough they'll be automated and they'll clean your house and do everything you want to do, and you could just die. But anyways, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. The amount of effort, the amount of risk you take as a man to have a woman that's a single mother, or a woman with that's a single mother, a woman with children, single mother, to have in your life is 99,000% higher than it is for you to have a woman without any children. You're not only taking on her, you're not only taking on those kids, you're taking on that other guy, you're taking on that guy's other family. You just don't even know. Anyway. And a desperate woman will do and say whatever she thinks she can do to trap you. All right? Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourselves. Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.